So, how to free yourself from emotional toil if you are an intellectual or if you are an overthinker, deep thinker, someone like that. I definitely relate to these things. I've always thought a lot, always taken a lot of time to sit there and just think about everything. Try to understand everything, try to get to the bottom of everything, try to analyze and figure out and fix everything with thought. What I understand now after many years of doing this is pretty much my obsession with thought is a reaction to the emotions in my body that I'm unable to, or in unable to see through or feel through, or whatever's sitting there that's uncomfortable. What happens is that I try to fix my emotional problems by changing intellectual things, by trying to figure out an intellectual problem. I might have shame or fear or guilt or something in the body, and this causes me to go into my mind and try to fix it. I feel uncomfortable for whatever reason because of the emotions in my body, so I externalize it using my mind. I will try to fix this feeling by using my mind to fix all the problems around me. A feeling comes up and suddenly the world is colored by it. Or even if it's not coming up, it's just sitting there all the time, vibrating because it hasn't been seen through when you were younger. Just sitting in the body and it colors everything. So it seems like everything around you is the problem. It seems like people in your life, situations, money, relationships, whatever it is, are the problem. So we go into our minds and we try to fix it. We try to change circumstances. We try to make more money. We try to be successful. We try to be noticed. We try to be loved. We try to get people to like us. Whatever it is, these are all intellectual problems that we try to solve with our mind. And I'm not saying this is wrong. If you want to keep doing that, do it. The mind is an amazing, incredible thing that has done so much for us. But if you're sick of the turmoil, this is what I'm talking about, how we can get through that. So have a look at when you're thinking a lot, when you're just stuck in that place of trying to figure out your problems. And then see what's underneath the thought. There is always some kind of feeling in the body that is happening while the thoughts are occurring. If you've got this long stream of worrying or thinking about people in your life, trying to change or fix or figure out, see what's underneath this in the body. Sometimes there's fear in the chest or a heavy sensation in the chest. Sometimes there's an emptiness in the stomach, a shame feeling, and a feeling of lack. We all have this to some degree. These feelings are uncomfortable. So, and we were never given the skills. We weren't even taught the skills of being able to sit with these feelings and allow them to move. So we do the next best thing, which is we try to fix them by using our mind and going into the external world, which will never work, of course. So the first step is to see this connection, that whenever you're overthinking, whenever you're lost in thought, there is always an emotion underlying it. Always. Even if you can't see it, it's there. It just, for whatever reason, your defense mechanisms are up, or it's been pushed so far down that you can't see it. So when you do see it, the best way I would suggest is put on a timer for 20 minutes and just sit there. You could even lie there, whatever you want, just don't fall asleep. And see what comes up. Whenever your thinking comes up and it feels uncomfortable or it feels like it's being pushed by something, then try to find in the body where the corresponding sensation or emotion is. As an example, let's say I'm meditating for a few minutes just watching my thoughts, just breathing, and suddenly some thoughts of people at work come up. And these thoughts keep going, and I'm trying to fix this problem. I'm trying to control things. I'm trying to do whatever. And then I recognize it, and I say, okay, there must be an emotion causing this. So I look into the body, and I sit with it for a while, and I feel a heaviness in the chest. This is where we need to go. The thoughts gave us this doorway into the body. So then we go into the body, and this is what we've been avoiding our whole lives. This is what's going to help fix your emotional turmoil as an intellectual overthinker. So we go into the body, into the chest, into this heavy sensation, and it feels like there's a kind of rock in my chest where my heart is. There's also some corresponding electricity or fear in the stomach that goes along with it. So I sit there with those sensations. Sometimes my mind will start up again, and I'll start seeing the pictures and the words of the people at work. But I just go back to the body, and I sit with the body. This is the thing I haven't done. This is the very simple thing that I've been avoiding with my mind. I sit with the body, and I sit with these sensations for as long as it takes. I place my conscious awareness on this heavy ball in the chest, and I just sit with it. It's been maybe 10 minutes now, say 12 minutes, and things start to move and change. What I like to do is actually try to make the sensation as big as possible, because we're used to doing the opposite, which is we ignore it and we go outwards, or we go into our mind, but we go into it. So to do that, I like to feel what the body likes to do when I'm feeling the emotion. Sometimes it wants to grip like this. Sometimes I'm tensing the head and the chest and the back. Sometimes I experience emotions with my lips, like frowning or weird grimaces with the mouth. And I just figure out what it is the body wants to do when I'm feeling into this sensation. Sometimes it twitches a little bit, releasing energy. And I feel the emotion as much as I possibly can. I feel the sensation. I try to make it bigger, and I sit with it. Usually around 10-15 minutes of this, and it starts to change and move. Occasionally it will disappear. Sometimes other things come up, and then you just repeat the process. What you'll find is if you do this every day, your experience will be of increased peace. Things will be clearer in your mind, you will be less reactive, and in general, life will just be subtly easier every time. A lot of the time I will do this, it will be fine, then the next day I wake up and a lot of it is back again. So I start the process again. For whatever reason, when we sleep, the body resets. In the morning or whenever, I do it again. And it's new. It's always new every day. There's a new layer. There's a new emotion. It has a new quality to it. This is a long process. It can take many years. Each time you sit with it, it can take a long time, 10, 20 minutes for even there to be some kind of movement or anything. But don't try to move it. Just try to feel it as much as you can. Feel the emotion. Be with the sensation. Let the body do what it wants to do. So give that a go, guys. Hopefully that helps, and let me know if you have any questions. Just message down below. Cheers.